Okay, on 7 and 8, it says, given the information about each line, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form and then graph it. So we have to do two things. We have to write the equation, so we have to have y equals mx plus b, but we also have to graph it. Okay? Now, for number 7, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could find the x and the y-intercepts by using that cover-up method, or we can put it in slope-intercept form by just rearranging the equation. So I'm going to show you by rearranging the equation. So the first thing we're going to do is move the x on the opposite side of y. We know that when you do the opposite, you add x. So when you move it to the other side, that becomes a positive. So this is going to be negative 3y equals positive, and if you want to put the 1 in front, that's fine, x plus 9. That's the only sign that changed. None of the other signs changed because we didn't move any other terms. Now we're going to divide everything by the coefficient of y. Don't forget, if it's negative, you have to divide by that negative number. So those cancel out. So we get y equals, again, grab your calculator. I'm not sure what's happening. Grab your calculator, plug it in. 1 divided by negative 3. It gives you a decimal. Hit math, enter, enter. So our slope is negative 1/3. Don't forget to put the x variable in your equation. That's important to have. And then 9 divided by negative 3, which is negative 3. So we're going to put minus 3. So this is our equation. It's in slope-intercept form. So we've already got that part answered. Now we have to graph it. Okay. Now, if you forget how to graph it, you can go to your y equals. You can type that in, negative 1/3 x minus 3, and you can go to your table and plot the points on your table. These, you'll notice, it has lots of decimals on this one, so I would pick the ones that are integers and graph those. But to save you time, what you can do is, if you'll remember, we start at the y-intercept, which is negative 3, and the slope's negative 1/3. So we're going to go down 1, and then we're going to go to the right 3. Or we can go up 1, but we have to go backwards 3 because it's negative. And this gives us a slope that's decreasing, a line that's going down, which it should be because our slope is negative. You can even double check this in your calculator. You hit graph and look at the line that's graphed. Does that look similar to what you have? Yes. I'm going to go up 1/3 again, and I'm going to go down 1/3 again over here. Okay, you just need at least 3 points to get a good graph. Okay, but double check it. Look, they look the same. That way you know that you've done it correctly. All right, number 8. Again, there's multiple ways to do this. The first thing that I would suggest that you do is take these 4 points and plot them on your graph. So negative 2, negative 3 is right here. Negative 1, 0, 0, 3, and 1, 6. A lot of us are visual, and so when we look at this, it's much easier for us to pick out the slope and the y-intercept. We can get the slope by looking for the change. We can get the y-intercept by looking at the table. But once we have it on the graph, we can see those same things. So our y-intercept is 3, so b is 3. Our slope is up 3/1, which is 3. Not 3/1, because that's not simplified. 3. So our slope is 3, and our y-intercept is 3. So our equation is y equals 3x plus 3. So that to me is the easiest way to do it. Okay? Now, if that doesn't make sense to you and you want to go back like we did here on number 3, how we looked for the slope, you can do it that way. Okay? We can check the change. This is adding 3, adding 3, adding 3. This is adding 1, adding 1, adding 1. So your slope is the change in y over the change in x, which is 3/1, which is 3. Same thing. We can look at the table and get the y-intercept just like we did here on number 5. Same thing, okay? Either way, it's still going to give you the same answer. Make sure when you write your equation that you have your x in there. Don't leave that out. That's really important.